Alright guys, welcome back to the next video. We're continuing on this FiveM QBCore series, getting the Get Alive server online. If you've been following along, you know we've been doing a bunch of no-edit videos for all the basic installs. Now these are basic drag and drop install type deals. I'm not going into a lot of development on them. I'm teaching you guys how to do the basic install as required to get it working in your server. All development will be separate videos for ones that need development. So if you want to see that, that's a whole separate thing we're going to do with that, because each of these scripts for the development, I could probably put an hour into some of these easily, just on development, showing you guys how to do different things. And there will be some videos on that when I do my development stage, which will be next. My goal for this playlist is just to show you how to do the basic installs. So continuing on that, we are going to continue today with LC Factories. If you guys have been following along, please guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell so you know every time I drop a new video, every time we start going live very soon. You'll also want, give us the like. The like and the comment is what helps with the algorithm as well. Liking and commenting pushes us out further in the YouTube algorithm so more people see the channel. That's always the end goal. We want to help as many people as we can, and in order to do that, we need channel growth. And then if we ever monetize, we are on the race for 1,000 subscribers. When we do monetize, all the money from this channel will go back into server development. So we'll be building more servers on Redium, zombie servers, as well as expanding into other realms as well. And it will go into helping with our No Filter Nation podcast. So guys, go ahead and hit it. That costs nothing to subscribe, costs nothing for the like button, costs nothing for the comment. I don't, if you don't want to do the notification bell, that's on you, because that does get annoying at times, and I understand that part. But if you don't mind, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Those are the big things that help us out. But let's continue moving on. Enough of that. Enough of the business side of things. We're going to get into LC Factories. LC Factories is not a hard script to work with. Basically, it allows you to set up a manufacturing system for basically anything you want to make. It comes pre-configured. If they haven't changed it, you can create a car, you can create drinks, you can create guns, I believe. They have 3 or 4 basic ones that are in it as it starts. So, let's just get into it. Again, we're always open up our readmes just in case there's something off the wall and crazy. So we're going to drop you guys down so I can pull up this web page. So here we go. There we go. This is their basic install. Build your factory. You kind of see this little diagram back here in the back. That's how you do it. You start from the beginning. You go through all your parts, and then at the end you come out with your end result. So installation on this thing is basic and simple. You have LC, which utilities, which if you've installed any of their stuff before, you've already done it. So all you have to do, if you have it, click on this zip. It'll download for you automatically from there. You open it up, drag and drop. End of story on that one. The file, of course, we'll drag it in. And then they have a maps RAR we need to download. So we'll get this and download that. Why is it doing 3 freaking things to do that? Okay. That's done. Oh, crap. How do they do that stuff? Alright. And basically you do that, and then you do your config and all that. Don't do this, guys. Don't ensure the actual thing. Ensure your base folder. So if you have a scripts folder with all your scripts in it, ensure the scripts folder. Ensure your standalone folder. Ensure your modules folder. Ensure your maps, your cars. Don't ensure the actual scripts. There are very few. If you ever find one that is having issues staying running, like if you have to turn the server on, and then you're in the game, and let's say it's your phone, and your phone's not working, you have to continually go in and start it, then do that. Ensure that file, because that file may be an issue. That's the only time. If you have to physically go into TXadmin and turn it on and start it from the resources tab, that's a script you want to start. The rest of them, you don't got to do that, okay? That's just insane, because your server CFG will be 17 miles long. You don't need that. Alright, now that all that harping's over with, get back up here. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to open this. And let's do this first. Since we have a If I don't do this, I won't do it. Alright, so, okay. So this is already in brackets. So we can, let's see what we've got here. So, tiny garage. I think I have that one, and I don't know about this one. I'll have to wait. I think I know where that's at, though. I think it'll be okay. So, let's do this. Let's drag this in. As always, guys, I show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't try to hide it. I don't try to edit it. These are no edit videos. The only time I start over is if I mess up completely. And it does happen. Or my kids come in and start raising hell. If you ever went live and have your kids in the house, or anybody in the house, you know how that is. So, README is going to be the exact same README we was at before. We don't need that. Utilities. Of course, what we have here is our webhook. And we've got many webhooks, but we'll do another one just in case you're new. You go and you create a channel in your Discord. I always try to keep everything together as much as possible. So this one here, we're just going to click here, integrations, webhooks. We create a new webhook, and then we just name it. We're going to name this one, what is this? Factories. Okay, and then you copy the URL, save the changes. And you just escape back out of that. I'll pull that out the screen. Put that there. Save that. That's all you got to do there. Now all we got to do now is this here. Now this is the basic config like every other LC script. They do take the time to tell you what stuff is. So these are your vehicle blips for the vehicles you use. Max per player, max employees. You can let them name it, so we're going to do that. You can turn the blips off when you create the factory too. So like all these factories. Factory 1, buy price, sell price, locations, account type, and what it is. So this is the Coca-Cola factory. We'll probably end up having to change this one at some point because of copyright infringement. This is a vehicle factory, so you're going to make an in-game car. You can allow it to make, you know, your own custom cars. You want to do that, or something like that. There's always a thing. So I mean, there's, like I say all the time, the only limit to development is your own imagination. So vehicle factory, electronics factory. So if you want to let someone sell the phones, there you go. Phones, radios, all that kind of stuff. You can do that from here. Weapons factory, that's one you want to be careful about because you don't want to have somebody making AR-15s and selling them for $1 a piece. So make it so that it costs them money, people. That way they can force them to charge a price for it. Alright, here is all the setups for it. So you have max employees, max vehicles. Like I said, you can read all this stuff. These are just your max items, okay? Now these are your machines. Now machines are the parts inside the script that allow you to do everything. So you have machines, here's the prices for them, garage, how many production lines they can run at one time, and relationships, just like in the other LC script. The relationships allows you to get your parts cheaper. These are the vehicles you can make in this one. Or these are the ones you can use, excuse me. These are the vehicles you have the option to use inside of the script. This is your production line. So this is the Coke factory. And this is the blip. Now you can turn off the blip if it's an illegal factory kind of a situation. This is your vehicle factory again, same thing. These are all basically, it all tells you what it is. So these are your production lines. You got a computer, a notebook, a phone, and a tablet. These are the things you can make. And you can add more to it. You can create new ones. You don't even got to use these. I've made weapons factories. I've made drug factories. So it's just up to you. All the things, here's your production line. So this is your Coca-Cola. So it tells you what machines you have. You got a cola fluid machine, a bottle machine, and a cola machine. And then here's your farms. You got a water farm, a sugar farm, and a rubber farm. As you get in and play with this, I recommend it. Get in and look at how it works. So that way you know how to work with it if you want to make some adjustments to it. Now these are your cars. Steel, plastic, tires, and they always spell tires with a Y. Class, chassis, engine, vehicle parts, and the assembler. So, and this is your farms: iron, coal, copper, sand, and rubber. So this is how you make it work. This is basically your, these are your materials. These are the machines that put it together. Same thing with all the other ones. Computers, same thing. They have all their own machines, all their own farms. Notebook, phone, tablet, guns. It's all the same setup. You have to get in and play with it a minute to figure out what things are. Now these are farms that you have the option to buy. Okay. Logging. I mean, it's really, really a lot of stuff. Here's your machine. So if you want to create your own items, then you have to create your own machines. You have to come down here and create the machine. And you just follow the same template. It tells you everything right here. So what to do, how to do it, what it is. It'll tell you. If you read the green, it'll tell you what's on that line and how to make it work. I recommend coding this separately. If you're going to create a new machine, I recommend copying the config out, working on it, and saving 2 copies, the original and the one you did. That way if you mess up, you can put it back and try to figure out what's wrong. Yeah, this is all just machines down here at the bottom. All the different machines that you can create or work with. And then if you want to create your own. Now right here is just raw materials. So like if you're bringing in your own materials or a new material that's not included, you have to go down here and create it in here. And there's a lot of materials in here. And these are, where's the other one? Let's see. Weapons. Okay, then you got your vehicles. You can add more. If you want to use custom cars in here, you can. External vehicles. Permissions for everybody, so that way you can decide who does what in the script. Those are your export locations, and the last thing should be, yep, there it is, the NPCs. So you have NPCs out there for certain things. And then there's your table. So like I said, on this one, you basically just have to read it. It's all there. Really easy to config and easy to develop. You just have to read everything. I will get into this because I'll have to make a separate one at some point. Because there's a lot of parts to this, and it's a lot of planning. Sometimes it may not, unless someone really wants you to do this, don't put the time into it if it's not worth the trouble. I'll put it that way. Because to create a new line in this thing, I think I spent 2 days working on it to make it work. So, and I can help you guys. If someone needs help doing that, leave a comment, then go to the Discord. Once you comment and like on the video, go to the Discord. I'll try my best to assist you with whatever's going wrong. But that's our thing. We're trying to grow the channel, so like, comment, subscribe. Those are the big things we're trying to get done, so that way we can have channel growth. So that way we can take that and help develop new servers, bring on new developers with us to try to help us out, as well as get the podcast off the ground as well. So that's our main goal. Other than sticking it to devs who are trying to rip people off. That's the main goal, always. So we're always trying to take care of as many people as we can. So let's just drag this thing in. Some of these do take a minute to transfer. That's the only thing I don't like about a panel server. But for this particular situation, it works really well because It allows you guys to be able to get into the server and allows me to develop it in that aspect as well. Alright, so it's gone there. Let's do this. Let's go back down here. And I will show you guys. Let's see. We need to go here. Go here. And here's the factory if we didn't see it a minute ago. It's 55 USD. There are videos on it, like how to, if you guys are lost on how to do something, or you're not 100% sure, well, I recommend watching the videos. You know, there's a lot of parts to it, but yeah, it's one of those things where you have to use it as it sits, try it out, get it working, and then you can kind of understand what's in the script and what's on the screen. You can kind of juggle. But okay, so the first thing we need to do now is always restart the server. Alright, back to the main screen. Let's start our FiveM up. You guys don't hesitate to leave me a comment, good, bad, or the other. I mean, I know these videos are no edit. I'm throwing them together. Sometimes I'm in a bit of a rush trying to get through some of it, but I'm just showing you guys the basic installs. And if I always like the comments. If you guys want to comment down below about, if you use the script, if you like the script, if you have any suggestions on other scripts. Discord as well. Get in there and let us know what you're thinking, what we need to do. Anything and everything that we can be working on, we'll try to get into. If I have to create a separate video for it, if I got to create a separate playlist, we're going to have separate playlists here pretty soon, because I'm going to do live streams. I'm going to do live streams of other games as well. We're going to do BeamMG. We're going to do of course, FiveM. We're going to do Redium. We're going to mess with some zombie servers. We're going to get into other people's servers, just to kind of weigh the pros and cons on separate scripts if they have it. I want to get in there and look at it, as opposed to how we're doing it. That's one way to get ideas, guys. We hate to say it, but jump into other servers and try this stuff out before you spend your money, before you spend these hours of coding something different. Try it out. And I recommend having a local if you can. If you have the ability on your personal computer, drop a local and do your development on your local. You don't have to put the cars and all that on it for the weight, but you can put the basic scripts on there. The scripts themselves aren't that heavy. It's the cars and the maps that weigh the most. All right, so let's see. There should be a factory right here. Yes, sir. All right, so let's just kind of jump over here. It should be right here. Okay. And there's a door here somewhere. This door works or not. Let's see if it does. I don't think it does. Yep, it does. Cool. Okay. I think this is the coke plant. So there is your arrow. Hit E. And this is what, 30 grand? No, 220 plus the license, so 250,000. So I got to give myself some money. Give money. One. Bank. Let's do half. Okay. And all these will get taken away from me, because not only do I clear the database, but even if I didn't, if you don't keep them up, it takes it away from you. So we're going to buy this factory. Wow, I purchased a factory. Cool. So your stock is running low. Will cause you to lose. It says store, but this is the factory. I don't know why they didn't make that different, but it is what it is. So your stock items, You got to fill up your stock items, so you can actually have these in your pocket if you want, and just drop them into. So like you can do, see, so you can add in deposit item like weapon, pistol. You can add in copper. You can add in, which one am I? Which one is this one? Let's see. Does it say? I thought it was the Coke one. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, all you do is you go through and you get to set up everything. So your production lines are here. So you got to add a new production line. So you got to name your production lines. We're going to call it Coke, just for the sake of doing it. And you're going to add your Coke line, and we're going to create. This is the Coke production line. So you've got to add your machines now. So we're going to, let's see here. A new production. No, okay. All right, it's been a while since I've done this. Let's see. Okay. All right, here we go. So you do edit line, and you have to add your machines in here too. So you have your raw materials, and you have to drag your machines in. See. So you got to go like you, and you grab this, and you can connect it to the next machine. So you can move these around as well. So we got to get machines first. So here we got to buy the machines. So we're going to buy this machine. Insufficient money. We ain't got no money. Okay. We're going to add the money. We got to go back to the production lines. Where's the machines at? There. Okay. Buy this. Buy this. Buy this. We need farms. I don't know if we got enough for that. Do we got enough money left? Maybe. We'll just spend what we can. Insufficient money. We needed water. How much more money do we need? We need another 110, and then we're probably going to buy a truck. So let's just call it another 2. So let's back out of here. And normally I don't do it this way, but I want to get you guys to see how it kind of, within reason, how it works. Deposit, another 200. And what I normally do is if someone pays for this to be set up, I'll set up all the basic items for them. Buy. Okay, now production lines. So we're going to edit this line, and we're going to add the machine. So I would think we need to add both of these and that one. Pull them over here out of the way. Okay, so I would think you need the Coke fluid in the bottle at the end here, right? And that gives you Coca-Cola. So we're going to put them in this line. Like this. And it tells you what it needs. So like you can take this, grab it. And hook it here. Come on now. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. So this needs to go down there, and this needs to come up here, or my OCD will drive me crazy. So we're going to grab this. Come on now. Alright, I'm going to click. Just click on it once, apparently. Okay. So click on it. Hook it up. Then you hook on it. And you hook it up. You hook on it. There. And you just save the line once you get it hooked up. Save the line. Okay. That's how you do the Coke. Okay. Now, hit return. Now you got to go to your farms. And they're already bought, and it shows you where it's at. See, it's going to transport the way that it's been marked in your GPS. You have to go to the farm and get your materials and bring them back and all that stuff. Once you get all your materials, they will import them in, and then once you get materials coming in, it will feed your production line. So you'll bring your materials in, it'll feed your output into all of these lines, which will feed the output into these and feed the input in here in the factory storage. Once you get it in there, you'll go to stock, and this will start filling up, and then you can sell them. You can export them out to sell them. So that's basically how it works. Pretty simple setup. Like I said, you have to get in and mess around with it to see how it works. But that's pretty much setting that one up. Like I said, we will have more development side of the videos later. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Get with me, and we will work with you as much as we can. We are going to do a full-on straight development video for this one, so you'll see more of the parts of it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to get with us in the Discords. Get in the Discords, let us know. Be part of the discussion over there. If you haven't already done so, guys, please go ahead and subscribe. Smash the like button. Leave us a comment. Hit the bell if you want to be, keep up with when we're dropping more videos. And as always, you guys, if you need any help, let me know. We will help you out as best as possible. And again, that's it for this one, because that's, like I said, this is just the basic install. And if you guys have any more questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.